Yeah.
So nice. Weet je wat prachtig is? Interesting. I found the same object in New York and I used it in the project 2 years ago. Same. I am Dalia Baassiri, an artist from Lebanon. I was born in Sidon but based in Beirut, the capital. Vesuvius is a story of a certain fear. Since I was a child, I'm from Sidon, and it's an amazing city. I've had an amazing childhood, but sometimes it was interrupted by some clashes. So Sidon had a recent clash, and it was just for 3 days. However, it was really strong. From the hill that I'm basing the whole exhibition on, St. Elias Hill, it has a church. So as sacred as it is, as dangerous as it is as well, because all the fire, the gunshots came from it. So since it erupts its eruption happens very rarely, just like a volcano. It hasn't always erupted throughout my childhood, but when it erupts, it's really mean, just like Vesuvius. So in 2013, it was really mean to a point that it just burned half the house. To begin with, as a person, I love cleaning, just as a person. I really, really, really enjoy it. And as an artist, when I paint, I feel like I'm cleaning, and when I clean, I feel like I'm painting. You know, the house was burnt, I wanted to just go and clean it. But the process took me somewhere else. It was much more than cleaning. I wasn't cleaning. The films were hard to read for me. I've never exhibited films before. This is the first time I do this. The footage are 5 years old. I really didn't know what to do with them. First I was very emotional whenever I saw them. But of course 5 years later the emotions are lessened for sure because time passes by. So I don't think I was cleaning. I was excavating because the videos they are kind of like delicate videos. Like there's like a delicate treatment with the way I was removing the charcoal from the chandelier, for example. When your own home gets hurt, you try to deal with what's left of it in a respectful manner to gather its pieces. So in a way, in this exhibition, some of the objects are actual objects from my home, while others, since I'm in residency, I was collecting these objects from Incants. I've used dust to talk about time and space and the fact that dust is made of human cells, so I was kind of like trying to investigate my relationship and people's relationship with space and how can we document this. I feel like now it's not too different, you know, except that, okay, it's dust and ash are kind of cousins in a way to me. But I've used ash because I'm talking about Vesuvius. This metaphor of a volcano erupting, you know. Some are not as solid as they seem to be. So I am using again these kitchen tools, preparing my own meal, to kind of have a very intimate connection with art. When I came up with the concept in Lebanon in coordination with my two amazing curators, Maribel and Sabina, there in Hamra, if I want to have ash, and I need a lot, so there's like a restaurant just 5 minutes away, not even 3 minutes away from me, walking distance. I can get 10 kilos a day. So I assume Barcelona should not be that easy, but should be kind of easy to get, you know, the same material. And suddenly I realized that there is no ash. It's impossible. Like, I kept going from one restaurant to another, discussing my project, and people were saying, sorry, we don't use charcoal anymore. I would say the first week was very, very hard, but thanks to Espronceda team, like the whole team helped me research and achieve the goal by finding amazing restaurants that accepted to help me and kind of provide me with a schedule. So I was going with my trolley, and it was like ash shopping. I would go to these restaurants, you know, have an appointment and meet the chefs, that they were incredibly nice. And I get the ash and come back to the studio. Okay, so the exhibition here, we have the videos that are the base. They are the structure of this exhibition. And upon these videos, I started first with the small sculptures. They are objects plus ash with glue, and they became one entity. And they are exhibited with ash as well. Kind of like they merge with the material in a way that sometimes it's hard to see them. And that's the whole point. I mean, what I would like the people to experience is that they get inside the exhibition and they experience what is an act of excavating a house is. You know, it's things that we see on daily basis in our home. How do we see them excavated, you know? And inside, I wanted people to be surprised with a huge volume. And also inside, you will see next to the mountain a sculpture of Saint Elias. It's made of a lot of glue and ash, and then Saint Elias has been carved. So I only wanted to show history and show what this hill had. Actually, there was in this hill a temple of Baal that was destroyed by Saint Elias, just facing my house. So it's amazing to have this. I mean, because of this project now I know a lot about my area that I didn't know. Like, I feel that my entire practice will change because it was very intense. The past 4 weeks were intense, and I was facing all my fears. All the things that I really doubted, I faced them. I cornered myself in a position where I was really vulnerable and fragile, just like my work now. But I wanted to really push my limits because a residency is a learning experience more than anything else for me. And I encourage artists to really push their limits as soon as they leave their studios, because we all have to leave our comfort zones and explore the world to improve the practice.